Hello, welcome to Rita's Roost. Well, we're going to make some fancy little chocolate cookies. We're going to make chocolate marshmallow cookies. Now, I've been to town and I've had to run some errands this morning and I'm kind of tired. So I need you guys to kind of help me. Would you help me? I think you will. Oh, I forgot. I put my butter in here to soften it just a bit. Not much. But let's see, we're going to use the big mixer. I got it right here. And we're going to put a half a cup of butter in there. You'll like these little cookies. And they're cute. When they're all made up, they're going to be real cute. And they're going to look like they're just pretty fancy. Alright, I'm going to put the butter in there. And I'm going to put a cup of sugar. I actually put that sugar through the food processor and got some of them lumps out of it. Let me turn it on. And we're going to cream that up. Let me break this egg into a bowl. Well, I knew I should have done that. I don't like the looks of that farm fresh egg, so I'm going to grab another one. Hold on. Oh, this is real life cooking because that was a farm fresh egg and I didn't like the looks of it. Hold on a second, I smell my peas cooking. Oh, I go off half scatterbrained a big part of the time. Now, I could show you later on what that egg looked like, but I just didn't like the looks of it. Yep, this one looks good. That one, where'd I put that one? It just had a spot in it that I didn't like the looks of. So here's another. Let me turn that up just a little bit. I'm going to put that egg. We're going to put a little bit of homemade vanilla. My oven's ready. Teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, I'll need this over here next when I make the little chocolate frosting for that. Let's measure our flour now. We'll let that cream for a few more minutes. In a mixing bowl, cream butter and sugar, add egg and milk. Well, I'll need some more milk for that. Let me add this milk. I'm adding a quarter of a cup of milk. Now I'll measure some flour. I think I will. 1 3/4 cup of flour. I'm making these for my girls that are coming to quilt tomorrow. My little chickadees. They come to the quilt house and we just hang out. We plan projects. Alright, let's move that. Turn up a little bit. Now, 1/3 of a cup of this cocoa. This is a big one, so this is a third. I'm just going to dip it in there. It's kind of stuck. I'm being silly. I'll quit being silly. And pay attention to what I'm doing. 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking soda. And a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Oop, almost dropped that. Now, let me find me a little whisk. I'm going to whisk that up. Get it mixed up. So it's going to be a chocolate cookie. We're going to bake that first, and then we're going to decorate them up. I'll tell you what, that trip to town this morning just wasn't what I wanted to do, but I had to go. I may just do this by hand. Sometimes when I use those beaters, the stuff flies out of it. Where's me a wooden spoon? I'm getting it mixed. For some reason it's getting warm in here. Now I'm going to use my, hold on to my bowl. Could have used the dough hook, couldn't I? I'm going to try that on the... I never claimed to be no expert. I never claimed to know all the answers on how to do everything. But I try. I try to do things. And a lot of times I just have to do it my way, right or wrong. I'm going to try that again now that I got all that, most of the dry part. I like that better now, but I had to help it. Now, I can live with that. Let me get it off of here. Just take my time. Sometimes when I'm trying to do a video, I try to hurry through, and I shouldn't hurry through as fast as I try to. Now, let's set that back there. Let's get our cookie sheet here. It's a non-grease cookie sheet, but I've got a little silicone mat that I put in there. Here's my cookie scoop. We're going to do, probably about a tablespoon. See if we can get 12 of them on there and make them look pretty. And when I get them ready, I'll put them in the oven, 350 for about 8 minutes. That's not all the bacon they're going to get, but that's where we're going to start at. And you can't see what I'm doing, but there's my little cookie balls. We get a dozen on there. Two more. Whoop. Now I'm going to step back there and put these in the oven for 8 minutes, and I'm going to set the timer, and then I'm going to come back, walk back around here and show you what we're going to get ready next. All right, into the oven. What we're going to want next is our marshmallows. Here they are. Well, I'm going to get these kitchen shears that I use for a lot of things. And I've got these big marshmallows, and I'm going to cut them in half. Because when those cookies bake for 8 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to cut it. I cut them in half. So I'll need 12 for that first pan of cookies. So that's ready. And when I take them out, I'll bring you back. So I'll bring you back in 7, 8 minutes. All right? Going to stop it for a little bit. The timers went off on the oven for the 8 minutes, so I'm going to bring them over here. Let me grab them. Turn my timer off for now. Now, they baked in the oven for 8 minutes, but now we're going to take these marshmallows that I cut up, and the side that's cut, we're going to put them right there on top. Just like that. The sticky cut side. When I get them on there, I'm going to put them back in the oven for 2 more minutes. Alright, 2 minutes in the oven again. Let me walk them back over there. That's all I did. Now, for those other 2 minutes, we're going to make this little icing now. I've got this little pot here. I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of butter in here. Turn it on. Let me let that melt just a little bit, and then I'll add some cocoa powder. 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And we're going to put 1 3/4 cup of confectioner's sugar, vanilla, and a 1/4 cup of milk to make a little chocolate icing. We'll get it. These cookies take a little step or two to have to do. Oh, while that first batch was baking, I've got another one ready to go in the oven. But I'll wait till I get them kind of out before I start the other one. Did I start my timer? Yeah, I did. I was looking over there and I set it for 2 minutes and I was waiting. It hadn't moved off of 2 yet, but it did. It's counting down now. Let me see. I've got too many irons in the fire. You know what happens when you get too many irons in the fire? Something messes up, don't it? I'm going to put that cocoa in there. Whoop. 5 more seconds over there. I'm going to get those. Now those marshmallows are hot. You know what? They didn't go down. I'm going to push them down just a little bit. They're standing up there a little higher than I like. Let's finish this now. Now I'll do one thing at a time. So let's get this ready to go. That's just my butter and my cocoa, and I'm dissolving that cocoa before I did the rest of my stuff. Let's put a little splash of vanilla. Now let's get us some of this confectioner sugar. Let's add a cup. Then we'll add the rest of it in just a minute. Let's stir it up. And it's mixing up. I could have sifted that sugar first, but I'm going to keep stirring it till I get it. Add a little bit more. Move that so it don't fall off in the floor. Let's get this little bit of milk here. Add a little bit at a time. Don't think I'm going to put all that milk. Know what I did with that little whisk? I would use it. Now I probably want these cookies to cool a little bit, because if I put this on there too hot, it's not going to work, is it? It's going to run all off. So I would suggest cooling these all the way first. But I'm going to try one or two to see how one or two work still warm. But when you do yours, you cool them first, okay? Let me get a spoon. Let's try one. Which, can you see that one? I mean, I just keep a button. I said I wasn't going to do very many of them, but I just keep putting. Now, we got to get our pecan halves. Where did my... And on top of that, now, how cute is that? Well, three's all I did. Now, that's cute, ain't it? Well, where did my pot holders go? Rita, you lay things down and they just disappear. Here. Now, here's the idea. Can you see those? That's what we're going to try to do with all the rest of them. And make a fancy little chocolate marshmallow cookies. You know, I've had this recipe for a long time. It comes from Taste of Home, and it comes from April, May 1994. But it was a keeper. There's what they look like in Taste of Home magazine, long time ago. Mine kind of look like that, don't they? All right. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to finish these cookies. cookies, but you get the idea now. Bye. Love y'all. There's one plate of our little cookies. 2 plates of pretty little cookies. And there's 1 cookie sheet over here. So I made about 2.5 dozens what I ended up with. And these on here. And I made a mess in my kitchen. But you know what? I think I'm going to eat 1 cookie and a glass of milk before I start cleaning up this mess. They're still kind of warm. Look at this one right here. See my marshmallow, my pecan, and the chocolate. Alright. Have you ever had what they call a Mississippi mud cake? This almost reminds me of Mississippi mud cake. Good. They're still warm, so kind of warm. They've cooled off enough that I can handle them. You need to try them. I think you'd like them, and I think you'd have some kids and adults both that would like them too. And to me, that cold milk is pretty good too. Let me eat this last bite. I think I heard Terry coming in. I'm going to finish that milk too. I got a milk mustache. Alright, these are good cookies. Y'all need to try them.